microphone is on my side, so I'm driving, but I can't actually really watch the stream. All I see is a tablecloth right now.
Yeah, we're waiting for round 8.
So that makes sense.
Oh, looks
So
like
we really appreciate you guys spending all day doing your streaming for everybody, but us especially, because this car ride would suck substantially more without some Star Wars going on for us to live vicariously through. So we thank you for doing this.
Well, Hayes and COVID Car, would you like to know about Game 8 pairings? Because I have them.
Yeah. We'd like to know what?
8 pairings.
Oh, yeah.
So, Eric Hunter.
If chat can, one sec before that, Taco. If chat can give feedback, if we're causing echo or problem or whatever, I'll hop off the Discord and just keep watching. But if we're not, we might just join you for commentary for the last game.
I mean, that would be fantastic. Cool. I'll leave it up to chat.
Cool. Maybe someone in chat can give feedback. But yeah, go ahead with the pairings.
All right, so I'm looking at pairings for Game 8. I've got Eric Hunter against Mike Kessling, Matt Sokol against Charlie Arlinson, Jared Konsker against Drew Lichtenstein, Justin Miyashiro against Justin Desai.
Ooh.
That's our feature.
Parallel Grid against Edward Chien, Vikram against Chris Terwilliger, Greg Shaw against Chris Werfs, Steve Baroni against Jason Rondeau, David Woods against Aaron Kingery, Mike Damboys against Steve Harpster, Scott against Michael Thomas, and Wayne Cullen against Jeffrey Johns.
And is that Desai's Raps versus Miyashiro's Yoda?
Miyashiro is dark in that one, so Desai is going to be light.
So it's Bring 'Em Before Me versus OA.
Yep.
If that's what Justin's running, yes.
It is. Yep. So Bring It Before Me of the day on stream.
Is that what we got?
Oh, that is the feature match?
That is the feature match, yeah.
Well, do you guys happen... Well, he's not New Allies, so does anybody know if he's running the commands?
Justin?
No
Well, I know Old Allies is favored, but it depends upon how many leaderships Desai is playing and whether or not Miyashiro is starting something special planned for them, and if he's doing like the commands or not, because the commands are they trump right. You have to beat all the leaderships up, and then you have to have the commands so that you aren't having 7 Destinies drawn against you or whatever.
I can tell you that Miyashiro is not starting something special planned for him. He's starting I Am Your Father, Wipe Them Out, and security precautions.
Security precautions? Yeah. Yeah, he could do with without either I Am Your Father or Wipe in that matchup. Like, Vader...
Let's go with this one.
Yeah. Can you guys hear Kyle?
Barely.
I can barely hear Kyle. Yes.
All right.
You're the man in this one. You're gonna have to repeat everything people say.
To channel everything through Hayes. He's the loudest of you guys, anyways.
Well, Kyle's remark was that you have to go with this matchup because they're both bubble. They're both 5-2.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Can you tell me, please, who won? It sounded like Charlie was winning the game against Eric.
Yeah, Charlie did beat Eric.
Cool.
So I think both Charlie and Eric are in.
Yeah. Well, when Eric was 6-0, he was in. Do you guys happen to know if the format today, if they're doing top 8 and then the shuffle, top 4, bottom 4, or are they returning to the old school 1A, 2-7, etc.?
I would say that they're doing the shuffle. I'm not 100% on that, but I think that is the PC game plan going forward. Is the shuffle is the standard.
Yeah, sure. It didn't say in that. We checked in the info thread. It didn't say, but that's what I thought is shuffle is the standard way, and you have to say otherwise now to be.
Well, I mean, obviously the format's changed 4 times.
Yeah,
because of all the things, right? And I didn't know, there's an opportunity here. It's the MPC. Well, we can still kind of have match play, I don't know, whatever. So Bill, you obviously are not in the clear. That's why you just dropped off shit and drove back home, right?
Yeah, so I tested positive still on Friday. I'm going to test again tomorrow morning, and if that is a negative, I'm going to drive up. But I am home at the right now.
And DePaulo, weren't you supposed to go too?
I was, man, but you know I get sick of these things, so it's
You
guaranteed
always
to
get sick of
COVID.
these things.
It's guaranteed
So
to get
you
COVID
just
if I win.
All right. So, just yeah, safety call on your part. I'm with you.
Yeah, plus I was just doing commentary anyway, so I was like, I might as well stay at home and be safe.
Yeah, right. No sense in taking a risk. Although, honestly, you could have come to Seattle with us.
Well, I definitely plan on going for Indoor Grand Prix, assuming there's not another COVID outbreak.
Kyle says he's looking forward to it. You need to be there. You gotta like just drink like a gallon of orange juice like every day for a week in advance.
I think I just got to get some sleep. I think that's the. I never get any sleep at this thing.
Well, if you get diabetes from drinking too much orange juice, is that better or worse than getting sick at the event?
I don't know. The tough calculus right there to figure out.
Come on, you remember the stupid would you rather like never be able to eat peanut butter again or lose your left pinky toe? It's one of those like arbitrary who the hell asked this question thing.
Chat says diabetes is worse, so.
All right.
I mean, going into this tournament, it was definitely like, is it worth getting COVID to hang out with all my friends again? So, I mean, that definitely a factor that I had to deal with.
Yeah. It's definitely a crazy time.
If I may on the game real quick, Miyashiro on turn 1 played an Emperor.
Oh, shit. Just hang on. So I'm looking down and our stream isn't current. That's why I was vamping because I'm like, where the fuck? Just refresh the page.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here you go. Miyashiro.
No, it's not your fault. It's our fault.
Miyashiro played an Emperor on turn 1. Drew some cards. Justin taking his turn 1 now played Ray. Played Chewie? Question mark.
I think that's the what is it, Beaumont or whatever his name is?
That doesn't look like Beaumont.
Are you sure?
He played someone to the
well, Calrissian is on the Falcon.
Calrissian's on the Falcon. Someone else is on the Falcon. I would guess it's Raditz because he's sideways and it's free. And then flew the Falcon up. COVID card, go ahead.
I could have sworn. I think that is Beaumont. Beaumont Ken.
I don't know. Beaumont looks pretty. He looks like what's his face? He looks like Merry from Lord of the Rings. So that doesn't look like Beaumont to me.
All right, we'll see.
Is it Beaumont?
This AI foil.
I don't know. There's General Calrissian and Ray and a passenger on the Falcon at the system.
Yeah, Battle of the Justins here.
Desai did have Boba in his OA list for Outrider Kappa.
It does not look like Boba. I'll tell you that.
All right. Or MHT, I mean. But, I mean, we're all working on X together. I was just thinking of random characters it could be. I can't see the stream. They're like, hey, no, you can't look. You have to drive.
The car was like swerving off the road as he's like craning his neck.
All right, it's confirmed that they are shuffling the top 8.
I appreciate you,
Okay, cool.
guys in the COVID car joining us for this one. It's somewhere in the middle of Iowa.
We're 55 miles out of Waterloo.
Waterloo?
We could still be in Illinois. It all looks the same.
So Desai pays to drain in space and does female interrupt to make it a 3.
Yes, if you could not hear Joe, Desai paid to drain and played a handle to add 1. So drains for 3. That looks like
What
Poe
if you-
coming down.
What if you killed the Bluetooth and just used your speakers and your mic?
All right, if you guys would like, I'm looking at Casey's day one updates. It sounds like Eric, Kessling, and Charlie are all 6-1, so they're probably in. We've got 5 players at 5-2. That's Drew, Desai, Justin Miyashiro, Matt Sokol, and Jared Konsker, all at 5-2. So on the inside track to be in. And then at 8 victory points, so 4-3 at this point, Dan Boys, David Woods, Steve Baroni, Greg Shaw, Cal Aldred, and Vikram, all 4-3. So I think your top 8 will come from those 13 players.
Can you ask them how many 6-1s versus how many 5-2s currently? Are we sitting at 9?
Just saying through that, saying that.
It's exactly
13
total.
people that could make it.
Oh, that could end up.
Yes.
So Eric and Kessling are both 6-1 and playing each other. They're both in, right? Charlie got paired down against Matt Sokol, who is 5-2, and then the next 4 are all 5-2, and they're playing each other. And then you have several 4-3s playing each other. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the 6 of them should be playing each other.
So there's going to be like,
I'll do some math.
like 3, 5-3 players that make it.
I think it's 2 or 3 without doing the math. I'll do the math real quick.
Yeah, I think it's 3, but it's going to be close.
All right, so in this game with projection there, and Desai didn't even pull that second sight there. It was in his deck, the 2-2. He just sat there. He drained for 3 with a female interrupt and played projection and played Poe and Drew. He can just sit there and drain 2, and Dark is sitting there draining 1, and 1 retrieval is simple. It doesn't look like Simple Tricks is out.
It might be the card under Aim High, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Oh, it is. It is. That is Simple Tricks. So he can't retrieve. So it's just a drain of 1 on the ground for Dark and 2 in space for Light. So it's going to sort of force Miyashiro to go to the forest with guys and resources, and that's when Desai can play his other site and split and flip and that. But right now he's just content, since Miyashiro didn't go to the forest, he's content to just like drain in space.
And I think what we saw earlier too is that Desai's build, he's gone back to the Weeses with the Boss Nash Chambers, so there is potential he's playing not 3 battlegrounds on Jakku. He might only have the 2 battleground sites.
In a verify, so yeah.
And that actually hurts him against Brigham.
If he pulls the other site. Right now he's just content to sit there. If my math is right, it is 2 or 3 5-3s.
Yeah. Kyle's confirming 2 or 3 5-3s will make it.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
just content sitting
there. 80 yards for solo and then just draws more. There's no way Brigham fits in a Monarch, so you know, Justin feels secure drawing a large hand. Who else is with the Emperor and Simalu?
I think it's Forlong.
Okay, that would make sense. Forlong. All right, so Vader comes down to the forest. That's gonna, that's gonna get Desai to do something over on Jakku, but that's not really your ideal location for Vader. So Miyashiro is gonna want to be looking for a Sith probe droid so that he can relocate him over in a bit.
Yeah, that is not the place for Vader to be. Like, he's not canceling any game text over there, and the drain is going to get mitigated as soon as Menace Fades hits the table if it hasn't already.
Or the objective flip. The other site comes out,
Yep.
Light deploys to both sites, flips, consolidates at 1, and then it can just reduce that drain to 1 if Miyashiro pays for it.
Let me throw a wrench into your plans there, Kyle. So I think Eric, Kessling, Charlie, Sokol are in. The winner of Konsker and Drew are in, and the winner of this game are in, and then two more are going to make it.
Yeah. So yeah, Kyle was thinking 2 or 3, but yeah, that does sound like 2.
Just about everybody who has 8 victory points right now got pared down.
Yeah, if Sokol loses, the math can be weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Sokol loses, then there will only be 5 people with 6 plus points.
Literally everybody with 8 victory points right now got pared down. So.
Oh, wow. He said that everybody with 8 victory points is pared down. Everybody.
All the 4 and 3s?
All the 4 and 3s got pared down. Yeah.
Playing each other? That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's not going to help any of their strength of schedules then.
No, it's not.
Right. So probably the winner and loser of this game gets in?
Yeah, I was going to say that means a 5-2 loser could probably be in good shape.
It's probably the 5-win guy.
Like, yeah, you know what I mean by 5-2 losers.
The guys that already have.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and so like Eric has 12, Kessling has 12, Charlie has 12. They're in. Presumably Sokol is in because he got paired up to play against Charlie.
I think Drew is in too because he played Eric twice.
I think Drew is in because he played Eric twice. Drew is playing against Jared right now. Jared Konsker. Yeah,
So-
it's gonna be interesting.
So this last turn, Desai just played a Corvette and transferred Poe onto it after draining, and now Miyashiro's draining, and Desai just eats the drain. He's just going super slow.
I also played light side restraining bolt on Forlom.
Yep, I missed that. Restraining Bolt's been a popular card this event for both sides.
Yeah, I mean, a dark side restraining bolt on a BB-8 and a light side restraining bolt on a BB-9 seems like a good play this weekend.
Boy, there's other stuff like a 3PO or a Forlom.
Yeah.
Got to keep those BB joints in check.
It's really hard to roll when you got a restraining bolt sticking out the side. It makes it real bumpy. It's like one of those things they put on your tire to lock it when you have a parking ticket. A boot. Yeah, that's what the restraining bolt is.
You guys got to watch out for those while you drive.
The BB-8 droids or the restraining bolts?
Both.
Or the combo.
I thought you meant the boot. I was like, yuck, Mountain Dew, I'll take the crab juice.
Krav Kalash.
Well, at least their turns are very straightforward right now. They're just like, drain, go. All right, so Justin put Solo down. Looks like, I don't know what he took, but now he's playing Leia in front of Erica.
We've been pretty fortunate. We've had a lot of quick games. Very straightforward turns.
Unfortunately, it's been very lopsided, most of these games.
I feel like if you're Justin here, you deploy the site, deploy someone else, flip, and you battle Erica with your -2 for your objective. You probably leadership to cap. Oh yeah, so he battles and he pays to retrieve. So he didn't flip. He's ready to just trade.
So Miyashiro played a dark time, so he's not going to be able to subtract 2.
Which is dumb because he's not flipped. He wouldn't. How's he going to subtract 2? What did the dark time? What other limiters are there? What other He can't play there tracking us. No, it's General Leia versus Erica. That seems like a waste of playing that.
Miyashiro adding a Destiny.
in the tank here, looks like. Deciding whether he wants to play leadership. He
His
does
leadership. Scribe.
opt for that. I'm assuming he's limiting.
Played leadership.
Oh, I think he added.
Oh, he added, okay. Drew BB-8 and the female effect, so 11.
He would have limited.
Justin's Miyashiro draws a 7.
7-3, right?
So
Yeah.
they'll just clear. Is I think he might have to stack one though. 11 and 4 versus 10 and 4. No, okay. He won't stack.
That
Yeah,
7
similar
comes out
adds,
ahead of the
right?
6.2, right?
That's true. 6.2 and 4. So 10.2 and Leia's 4, 14.2.
Well, similar
And
adds
Eric,
too, so
5 plus 10, 15. Yeah, I think Erica does win.
she does,
Erica
yeah.
did win
By
the 5 stack.
0.7. Yeah.
But getting Erica off the board is huge. Like, I'm not sure why he left her so undefended. Like, that retrieving one a turn is pretty huge.
Yeah, Erica to Vader site seems like the way better play, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if he had no escape right here, it'd be pretty nice.
Vader, if you had gone Vader with Erica, that moves that back to a drain of 2, and then just leave the Force. He can go there later with like a Blizzard 4 or Dooku or whatever.
Yeah, Vader needs to be on Jakku canceling dumb people's text, not sitting there draining for 3 reduced to 1. And I understand that they're not flipped yet, but that is 100% not where.
Oh, no escape Erica.
Oh, okay, good.
That's
I was wondering if you might not have like a first strike for a crackback to bring her back, but.
And now he's deploying.
Ball? It's like, no.
I think it's Dooku.
I think it's Dooku. It's definitely a Dark Jedi Master.
Yeah, I think it's Dooku.
It's Sidious.
Is it Sidious? I think
No.
it's hard to tell with the. Oh, you can't play Sidious anymore, right? Yeah, because of the new rules.
The persona changed.
Ruined my card.
You almost got me there, Hayes.
I think it's Dooku. Right, so
Right,
Dooku Erica at the 2-1 Jakku site. Vader still at the Endor site.
Too many AIs in this game now. I feel like I'm watching Magic.
I know you guys aren't watching football, but very important review happening during football right now.
Did the Bengals win yet?
But they're up 16-9 currently.
What was that score?
16-9 Bengals.
16 wasn't quite what I heard. I thought Matt Wadden somewhere just heard his ears perk up.
Oh, 60-9.
One of the toll workers asked us for 290, and we both looked at each other and we said, "What?" And Joe's like, "She wants ID." I said,
All right, so here's the 2-2. Looks like Justin is going to try to flip.
Blue 11.
Justin Desai, that is.
Yeah, you can't say Justin anymore. This is Desai versus Miyashiro.
Yeah, if this is a battle of Justins, Miyashiro's probably not happy with the matchup he got for it.
I don't know. Isn't Bring Him Before Me favored here? No?
Old Allies is super favored.
I don't play a lot of either of this deck, so I don't actually know the answer to that. So
yeah, we had to add in all the leaderships and Thrawn and stuff at Nationals to help against it. Of course, at that point, Brigham was one of the top expected decks, so Old Allies was playing the Admiral's Order to cap on the ground, and I don't know that it is right now.
Is Miyashiro playing the commands? Have we seen any?
No,
I don't think we've seen any yet.
we haven't seen any, but we may have them. So
are you guys saying that you don't think Bring Him Before Me was one of the top expected decks for this tournament?
No, not at all. I think for a couple of reasons. One, the funeral pyre made it a little worse, and two, the Sidious change made it a lot worse. It was not in my. It was not one of. Oh, it was one of the four decks I brought. But that's because I had it built from Worlds.
Probably lower on the totem pole than all the others.
It was not one I was considering. It was
Okay.
All right, so Miyashiro plays Blastwar Controls and Lord Maul with Saber. To the 2/2.
The 2/2, which is currently inhabited by Blue 11 with Rose, and I don't know who's in the pilot spot. Is that?
I don't know who it is either, but I feel like he should have shuttled down Poe for piloting.
He shuttled down somebody, so it might have been Poe.
Oh, it must be Poe then. Oh, Beaumont Kin is the one up in space.
So I told you, Taco Bill.
Oh, come on. Shut up.
All right, AI foil for me.
That was not Beaumont Kin that I saw an image of.
Yeah. Desai just pulled out to check the text to see if it affects the +1 on the site. On the 2/2 site.
Finn is a react here. We'll see if he has the Destiny error. But, I don't know, maybe he is playing commands because I see Pride here. I mean, command would be really good if he had it here.
First strike is out. Yeah, with Pride, you're playing the commands if you have Pride in there.
And Justin does have the Destiny adder.
Who's Justin?
Oh, sorry, Desai.
So who is?
But it's a bluffing game. It's Lord Maul and Pride versus a Rose outside, and then a Blue 11, and inside Poe and Finn.
There's
Yeah,
command
commands.
limit.
Right, so command's limiting from Miyashiro.
Yeah, and Desai pays 1 to do the Destiny adder, and now he's going to limit with command.
And that command got grabbed.
Now it's getting grabbed.
Grievous into hand. Draws pretty
Does he
well.
have a leadership?
There's no generals there.
Oh,
It's
boy!
Poe, Finn,
Yikes!
Bray.
Yeah, these are all +1 because of Lord Maul.
So
This
it's
is
what,
big.
554 +3?
Plus whatever attrition Pride is giving you.
554. Oh, so he used command to add. No, he couldn't have. Once he played the limiter.
He adds 1 with Pride and 1 with Bring Him.
Oh, Pride, yeah.
Power,
Pride. So that 554 becomes 665. So 17 attrition.
That's going to kill
pretty
everything there.
He'll -2 one of them with the objective. But he's capped to 1. It's a 4. So Pride dies.
15 doesn't quite kill everything. I think Rose can stay.
Who's adding the ones or not adding the ones? 554.
Yeah, it's 17 because Maul has 1 to each.
And then -2.
Oh, yeah,
Miyashiro won the battle as Darkseid.
Get to lose small.
Can I still do this?
Blue 11 stays. Maul goes lost. So Pride versus Blue 11 at the 2/2. Erica moves over.
Yep, Dooku stays at the 2/1. Pretty good turn for Miyashiro. It's exactly what you need.
If you care about football, it's 16-16 now.
Who's that character left at the projection site?
Dooku.
I think it's Dooku.
Okay. We need to ban all the legal AIs.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you could tell because he has like a million icons on the right-hand side of his text box.
Yeah, I mean, he's the only Jedi Master he would play there, right?
What could be Tyrannus or whatever version? That'd be worse, but it'd be. With Beaumont Kin out, that system is a drain of 3. And after that drain of 3 happens, he pulls resistance.
Rupio going in space.
Wait. That should have killed everything. Simalu adds 1 too. Finn 6, but even without Simalu, isn't Finn 6, Pose 6, that's 12, Roses 2. That's 14.
Yeah, Admiral's.
I don't know why he didn't lose everything there.
You should have lost everything even without the sim. 15 is more than 662. I don't see anything that adds to forfeit.
Well, he subtracted 2 with the objective, so he can cancel out.
Yeah, right, but he drew 554, which are +1 each with Maul, so 665,
Plus Simalu.
which is 17, plus Simalu is 18, minus 2 with the objective is 16, versus 662 is not enough to cover. I don't know why Blue 11 is still alive.
If,
And it's not just like if they forgot, even if they forgot Sim, they still should have mathed out enough with the Maul to
what if he forgot about Maul's +1?
maybe. It seemed like he was pointing at him when he was pointing at all the destinies, but either way, they mathed that wrong. There's no way Blue 11 should still be alive.
Unless Admiral Satura is at one of those other locations.
Is it at a related location?
I don't think we've seen Satura. It doesn't look like it's going to matter, though, because Desai just shuttles up Blue 11.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's still nice having it on table, and he got to drain for free.
Oh, that's true. That is very true.
If Desai has a sniper dark strike here for that Jin, and he can drain 3 and 2, or I mean Miyashiro, yeah, that'd be female interrupt though would protect her.
But
Mike lost to
okay.
Eric, so I think that means both Mike and Drew are in.
Oh, chat mentions +1 attrition for Pride. Also, Pride would have added 1 for himself, so yeah.
There's no way that Blue 11
There's
should be alive.
0 way Blue 11 lived through that. Unless we missaw one of those destinies, but I swear it was 554.
No, I'm with you on 554.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well. Too late. We've passed it.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, and there's no active judging on day 1 anyway, but it's weird that Miyashiro missed that.
It's looking pretty good for Miyashiro, though. I mean, it's got a bunch of drains going. He's got Erica retrieving. Now we see Newt go to the Rays encampment. And Justin has a bunch of stuff in space.
Oh,
He's
Law
only got
Dodge
like,
came down with Dooku and then moved into Ray's hut.
he's only got
So
like
he's just
11
one wide.
cards too.
Did he give up resistance doing that?
No, because he's got Dooku at the projection.
And is he flipped back, right?
Yeah.
Desai is 0 side.
Yeah.
Desai is doing 2 damage.
3. Beaumont can.
Resistance.
Oh, yeah. Resistance.
So he's really netting 1 damage with Erica. And then he doesn't even have to pay to drain at all of the locations. But the fact that, I mean, he's going to land, obviously, and block some of the drains, but he can still keep draining despite that, and then consolidate again.
Jin was really big.
Yeah, Jin. I hate Jin. I want a defensive shield for undercover spies, and hell, why don't we just throw Landing Claw in there?
Deal.
Eric beat Kessling in this last round.
Eric B. Kessling 7-1. Cool.
Kyle, can you message Eric and say that my phone is busy?
Kessling scoot for
8-0
SOS.
for Eric, right?
7-1. He lost to Charlie last game.
Oh, right. He lost
yeah,
Charlie,
he lost
yeah.
Charlie.
Just asked for a life force count. Wasn't a lot.
No, I mean, Desai only had like 11 going into this turn in Life Force. He has a big hand.
He's drawing a bunch. Desai, though, should have an amazing strength of schedule. He'll probably make it at 5 and 3.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would say
both
so.
of you guys are making it, regardless of what happens in this match. Right, so yeah, Miyashiro getting a bunch of damage in here. Turns 2 at Raise Encampment. Turns 2 at the 2-2 site.
I feel like Desai played like uncharacteristically defensive in this game. Does that make sense? Like,
Are you saying he didn't want to make battles?
He played so conservative, piling that system so hard.
yeah, like why in what universe is it better to not be flipped with OA? Right? Like, and even if you flip and you end up having to concede one of the sites, you could like you're still flipped then at least, and that would have shut off the forest damage. Like,
Right, and trading Leia for Erica and a stacked card and getting your leadership grab did not seem like a great trade.
absolutely not. Like, if there was a path to victory by completely slow playing it, where he literally only owned the one system and the one site, like basically playing it like no idea. Like, if there was an avenue to do that, then he should have stuck to it. But I don't think that's correct. I think you just play normal and know that you can limit. Oh, you know what? I bet. If you look back at Nationals list for Desai's OA, he was only running 3 leaderships. When he runs the WISA package, he cuts down from 4 to 3 leaderships because there's slots. There's only so many spaces. I wonder if he's cognizant of this fact, and that's why he didn't want to like enable extra battles because it would be too much work for those 3 leaderships. Like, I'm just curious. Like, this should not be this close of a game. Is my point.
Kendall just asked in the chat, he said only half paying attention. Why does one of the commentators have Jagtech's voice? I wonder which of us he thinks sounds like Miyashiro.
Well, Miyashiro's obviously commenting on his own game.
He is.
My guess is that it's Joe. Joe sounds like Justin.
Do I? Kendall has interviewed me on his podcast. He didn't know what my voice sounds like.
Wait, this is Kendall that said that?
Kendall said that.
Did you retort? How many glasses of whiskey have you had tonight? How full is the Crown bottle? That would be the appropriate response, I believe.
That's fair.
He said Joe's voice is the one I recognize. The one that just said about the whiskey was Hayes. Oh, Dry January.
What's that?
For you.
I'm the
good
third
work.
one. I am not Dry January Taco Bell.
Not even dry Saturday Taco Bell.
Not even Dry Saturday Taco Bell.
All right, back to the game. I can't see the stream. What's happening?
All right.
Not much has happened.
Desai cycled a bunch of used interrupts, and he played a 3PO, and he's deciding he has to shuttle stuff down. It's got to be like Blue 11 and probably Ray, and he's deciding how he's going to get to ground. He can't just keep eating drains of 4 and doing 2. He's kind of in the tank, right? It's Desai's deploy phase, and he's just unsure where the best avenue of attack is.
Desai is a very easy player to read. Like, when he's doing well and playing confidently, he's playing quickly. When he slows down like this, it ain't good.
Well, how do you win this game now, right? As the light side player,
Right?
can you win
like
this game?
even say you went and took out Dodd, you're still at just like a 2-2. You have to stack one of the sites super hard, and
Well, the bad thing about landing too means you're going to get battled into. So he's not even right. So instead of having to pay 3 to drain, he's spending 1 to battle and paying 1 to retrieve 1, and it's still a 2-4 swing. So it's cheaper. Like, I guess he'd probably have to battle into one of the sites first, use the draw their fire, maybe Leia, retrieve some, then land. Like, that's his only avenue.
So he plays solo to the Falcon for 3, and then he pays 1 to land the Falcon with Ray and Solo on it. He paid 1 to land, right? So it's got to be. Oh, maybe he paid 1 to ship dock and then landed for free.
Yeah, you land for free at the site, at the 2-1 site.
Yeah. Which Miyashiro wasn't even draining at, because he wasn't paying to drain. I mean, he was if Desai's not doing anything, but he's still happy to drain 2 and 2.
Yeah, interesting that he showed that.
I think you drain 2 and 2 and retrieve with Erica, and then just like deploy some dudes, shuffle around some dudes. But I don't even know that you battle unless you have some track destiny. Oh, maybe there's no leadership.
He's got Lord Ball in hand. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, and there's no leadership possibility there, so you're going to be drawing multiple destinies and first strike and stuff. So I guess you do battle.
Is Lando not in his deck?
Is Finn on table?
Lando's on the
Lando's on the Corvette. Lando, Beaumont, and Blue 11 are on the Corvette.
Oh my god.
I think he should have put everyone on Blue 11 and shuttled that down to like.
All right, so Finn comes out as a react, but I don't see what this.
So he retrieves with first strike. Desai has 7 in reserve and 1 in used.
So he's probably gonna solo the interrupt. Yeah, it looks like
The
Desai
adder,
is
yeah.
beating Miyashiro into this, but I don't know if it's gonna matter.
Casey just said Soko 1 is winning in. So congrats to him.
Yeah, Sokol beat Charlie. So Charlie's in, Sokol's in, Kessling's in, Hunter's in.
Through then.
And that was Sokol's TTO versus Charlie's Yoda muting, right?
Yep.
Effing TTO. It never dies.
Last week, Sokol said, hey, 5 of us are coming. And I said, hey, guys, put relatively unprotected in your light side decks. And half of them said, nah, I'm good.
So what that says is you respect Matt Sokol, Hall of Famer, world champion as a player, and you have some teammates who don't.
That's exactly what's going on here. That's what I'm going to go with.
Oh, Dorsch, good call. He says Desai can't play any interrupts because of first strike, so he's not going to be able to solo the Destiny Adder.
Ooh,
Oh, he has no force save?
No.
He lands?
He had to pay.
He lands in front and saves you. Oh my
Yeah, he had
goodness.
to use all his force to deploy like solo and. Is he holding it?
Yeah.
Oh, to activate one before battle? Yeah. Yeah.
Nope. I mean, they're in Destiny
We
right now.
played
So.
interrupt, but we were just speculating that he could do the Adder from Lost with solo, but Dorsch was pointing out, no, he can't because first strike is out.
I mean, he draws 10. 10's pretty good.
Well, and Simalu's going to add one. Did you count that?
How many cards are stacked? Is turning?
2 cards. 2 cards, and he just counted those, so yeah, he's counting them. No, I think
And
these are
that's
just
2.
Destiny draws. He didn't play anything, John.
Oh, yeah. He did. But, okay, so... Yeah, Desai's trying to just lose Finn and 3PO, and Justin just counted the extra 2 on insignificant and said, you owe me more than that. Now Desai's torn on who he's forfeiting. So Finn's definitely dying.
Like Finn and Solo, I think.
Question is, does he stack another? I don't think so, because he's 9, 19. Yeah. Why is Dooku dying? He's immune.
He's only immune with a
Oh, yeah, less than 6 or whatever.
Less than 8.
Yeah.
Fully immune with
So
the evil's
it looks like Finn and either Solo or Rey died. And 3PO and the other one is left. I don't love Miyashiro battling there. You know, like, I think he could have activated all those destinies and the one he used to battle and the one he used to treatment stuff and paid 6 to drain 2 and 2 and then just dropped them all and said go. Like, so light drains. Oh, and that knocked him off resistance. So light drained 3 in space, 1 on the ground, and used a female interrupt to make it 2 on the ground. So he just made him eat 5 with no resistance out. That's rough.
He also dropped Din and moved him over, but dropping Din allowed him to flip.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you should just play Lord Maul and move one of these characters over from the 2-2. Just said go.
So Desai sitting on what 5, 6 in life force and probably 9 in hand.
Not to this. 8 to drain. Not the math. They're both low.
The Erica retrieval is big.
Just activated it all.
Big.
Yeah, he left a couple.
Oh no.
He's got a Blizzard 4 in hand. It looks like he retrieves with Erica. See, he's not even going to drain here. He's going to deploy Blizzard 4 and battle and lose 1 to Emperor's Power. And
Well, retrieval on first strike.
to Destiny.
Make Desai lose 1.
Yeah.
Lose 1 for
I
Emperor's
wonder if
Power.
he knows what those two Destiny and his deck are.
I mean, it's
He could lose the Emperor's power itself, but
So 7's pretty good there.
7-1.
So we get 7, 9, 8,
Sim.
minus 2.
I mean, if he has a probe droid, if he has Forlom out, right? Or is he bolted?
He's bolted.
I mean, he could point man a 7 and win the game if he stacks a third card.
If he's got to get Vader over
Yeah,
to...
but a probe droid just takes him over, and then he.
Yeah.
I mean, there is the chance that he could turn him. When I beat Desai in this matchup, I turned my token, whatever the heck the shield guy is.
Yeah, you need 3 stacked though, right? Because it has the -3 on it. Yeah.
Chat saying that Drew beat Jared and that Greg Shaw beat Chris Worfs.
That's probably your top 8 right there, right?
Well,
These two.
Drew, the winner of Drew Conspire was 100% in. So Drew is in. The winner of this game is 100% in. And then we're down to breakers for Consker, the loser of this game, Worfs.
So
Several.
Desai just stacked the third one. 3PO and Din died, and Blizzard 4 died. But now Desai's going to drain for another...
How did 3PO and didn't only cover all that? Like, he draws 2 Battle Destiny, and it's +3, right?
It was
He drew
+2 at the
1.
time, and he drew something 1, Lord Vader.
Oh, jeez. I thought the 1 was lost for the...
He did. He top decked a Vader Enforcer and then drew like a
Oh.
5/1 Lord Vader.
That's bad.
Yeah, he had 8 total battle destiny, which Jin and 3PO cover.
And I think before that happened, he probably, well, either way, he's going to drain for 4 here for free. And Resistance is still not satisfied. And yeah, and he did 3PO for the female interrupt before 3PO died, so it's 3 and 2.
He doesn't have a female on the ground, does he?
He has Ray.
It's Ray inside the Falcon.
Oh, I thought it was Solo.
Okay, so he shuttles Blue 11 down, plays Hera.
In the 4th, 16.
Oh, man.
Miyashiro's down. It looks like 8 life force. Justin's got about the same, but
He also
Joey's
has,
training.
just as it could be worse. Ugh. I think that's what that was, right? No, I guess I'm wrong. Oh, and it's a hit. Brutal. So Justin or Miyashiro gonna put Nuke Gunray and General Pride in front of the Falcon in Blue 11. Who does have Resistance satisfied again. Oh, it's only drain of 2 at the system because the Falcon's not there anymore.
Yeah.
But it looks like Desai might eke this one out.
Yeah. Why did Desai just look at his reserve and then show it to Justin?
Blue 11, maybe?
No, it was before he drained.
Process favors.
Maybe. So he needs a probe droid and he needs to turn the popsicle.
I mean, that could have been his strategy in playing the Blizzard 4. If he is, I mean, I'm not confident that he is, but if he is actually tracking his deck and the 1 and so forth are like deliberately still in the reserve to set up a dual loss, I mean, we'll see if he has a probe droid or not, I guess.
No probe droid. He played Grievous and moved Nuke Gun right back into the Ray's encampment. Moved everyone in front of the Falcon again. But this shuts off resistance again, and Justin does have a female interrupt. But I don't think there's not a chick up in space though, so that doesn't matter.
Space, yeah.
What you were saying about paying to drain is the right course of action if his goal is to win by depleting life force that way. But if his goal is to actually turn him,
then
then the stacking the card was the correct play. But the other trick is, he has to have known this already. So like if he's doing the Blizzard 4 play without a probe droid available, then that's just bad.
So he just drains, moves some guys.
Like he also played Deviate and Rose.
Yeah.
There's no way he's in the damage race now. Oh, he also only drained at one of the locations. Yeah, even with Brigham getting a huge lead, Old Allies brings it back. Like we said, though, probably both players probably make top 8 based on the strength of the schedule. We'll see. It's going to be fun to see who makes it.
Yeah, stick around.
We are around civilization currently, so I'm going to stop for gas because we have 100 miles left. And it's like,
Who knows when the next city is?
well, we're like 200 miles or 300. I think we're 200 miles away from our exactly. So I'm going to stop at a gas station shortly.
Yeah, Desai just blocks all the drains. He's not even taking. Most he's going to take is first strike damage, but he's retrieving with throws, he's pinging with BB-8, and he's draining 2 in space.
Yeah, they can move enough in front of wherever Miyashiro moves.
Yeah.
Well, I think Jin was the MVP in pulling this game back for Desai. Alright, Desai just roams and BB and drains in space and recirculates like.
Yep.
Or
he's
I think
back.
this shake right now. Yeah.
Desai
All right.
over Miyashiro.
Desai wins that game.
All right. Congrats to Desai making to the top 8. And
We're hanging up. We have to find a gas station.
okay.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys for calling in, giving us an update and doing some commentary. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Drive safe.
Yes. All right. Bye.
All right, as Chad predicted, Justin advances.
All right, so we know we got Eric. Let me write this down. So Eric.
All right. So
Mike.
Eric, Kessling, Charlie. They should all advance. Sokol won, so Sokol advances. Winner of Kotsker Drew, which is Drew, so Drew advances. And then Desai won this game, so Desai advances. So that's 6.
We know we have 6 locked up, so
It's
looks
just
like
a
it's
matter
gonna
of so Miyashiro, right? Because you lost that game, could advance.
Yes, we got Miyashiro, we got Konsker,
Donsker, Greg Shaw.
we got Shaw.
Did Vic win his game? Vic lost, so Chris Twig did not advance, so nothing there. Cal lost, so Cal can't
Edward
advance.
Gian won. But he's got 8 victory points.
Who? Ed
Edward
Chan?
Gian?
8? 8 is not enough, we need 10.
Oh, yeah. Duh.
So Ed knocked out Cal. Chris knocked out Vic. Greg's still alive.
Yeah, Greg's alive, so it looks like one of Miyashiro, Shaw, and Konsker are going to not make it.
And, well, it depends on Bernie, too. If Bernie wins, he's
Bernie,
in.
yeah.
And if David Woods wins, he's also got 10. So we got 6, right? Eric, Kessling, Charlie, Sokol, Drew, Justin.
I think of all the people we listed that could make it, I think Miyashiro has the strongest strength of schedule.
Yeah. So I think Eric, Kessling, Sokol, Charlie, all in, right? Drew won, so he's 5th. He's in. And Desai won, so he's 6th. He's in. And now it's down to like Miyashiro and Greg Shaw. I think are the top 2 right now. If Baroni wins, he could be in. But I think that's it, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, Dan Boys too in the running apparently.
Dan Boys and David. You're right.
And Dan Boys did win.
Dan Boys did win.
Yeah.
Oh, I see that. All right.
Add into the
Dan Boys
list.
and David also could be in.
Yeah, so it looks like we got 6 potential top 8ers here.
We got
Which-
6. We're down to the last 2, right?
Yeah, there's 6 people who could potentially make the final 2 spots. Miyashiro, Shaw, Jared, Dan Boys, Woods, and Veroni. So all of them have a shot to make the final, the last 2 spots.
I really don't want to do SOS. I will if you want me to. Or says David Woods lost his game.
Well, it looks like we have all of the results. Okay, so
Oh, you got results. All right.
yeah, so Greg won. Yeah, Baroni won. Dave Woods lost. Dan Boys won. Okay, so yeah, so the only person that can really cross off this list is Woods. Everyone else that we talked about is still in the running.
So Eric Kessling, Sokol, Charlie, Drew, and Desai. Those 6 are in. And it's 2 more out of Konsker, Miyashiro, Greg, and Baroni, right?
And Dan Boys.
And Dan Boys. We'll see, man. Either way, Jeremy, I appreciate you doing some commentary with me.
Yeah, man. It was definitely a lot of fun. I think I'm going to be back tomorrow doing the same thing.
Nice.
Unless they decide that they want to do some on-site commentary, but
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna try to go up there and do. I'm not trying to do commentary tomorrow. I'm trying to get up there and do consolation tournament.
there you go. Good luck. I hope your test comes back negative. And
yeah, we'll see about that test.
yeah, thanks everyone for joining us. It's going to be a close top 8 here. We'll see who makes it. And we'll see everyone tomorrow for the top 8.
I'm happy to
guys.
stick around if anyone wants to hang around.
Yeah, I'll leave the chat open for a little bit. I'm going to go get some dinner.
Kendall mentions that at 9 o'clock Eastern, Kendall and Batmouse are going to be doing a stream, so jump on that. I don't know if you're watching football. I am. Stream I have has 4 seconds left in the football game, so I'm looking at the Bengals about to kick a field goal. That looks good to me. 52-yard field goal for the Bengals to win. Look at that. In 1916, over the Titans. I think I took Bengals plus 3.5, so I'm happy with this. Others of you, maybe not. Standings about to be posted. Keep an eye on the PC forums here. Imagine that's where they'll be posted.